My husband filed for divorce when I was 35 and slid the papers across our kitchen table like a winning hand. "I'm taking the house, the car, and most of the investments," Adrian said. "My lawyer says you shouldn't fight." The coffee in my hands was warm. I stared at the man I had loved for 11 years and saw, at last, the distance in his eyes. The late-night calls, the new clothes, the locked laptop, the missing weekends. Every doubt arranged itself into one brutal picture. I opened the envelope. The house was undervalued. Our portfolio was listed at an amount from 2 years earlier. The savings account showed $31,000, though I had seen $58,000 only weeks before. $27,000 had vanished. I did not cry. I signed the acknowledgement that I had received the papers, folded my copy, and said, "All right." Adrian smiled. That smile saved me. He believed surrender and silence were the same thing. He had forgotten I was a forensic accountant. After he left, I took out a legal pad and began writing. Account numbers, transfer dates, property records, tax returns. Every inconsistency became a line. Every line became a trail. By midnight, I had found 11 transfers made while I was traveling for work, each small enough to avoid attention. The next morning, I called my sister, Tessa, and an attorney named Miriam Cho. Miriam listened without interrupting, then studied my notes. "You found this overnight?" I found what he thought I would never look for. Within a week, discovery began. Adrian celebrated. Friends told me he had rented an apartment and was introducing a colleague named Vanessa as his future. He drove the silver Mercedes he intended to keep and told people I had accepted reality. I let him believe it. Then I found the company. Northfield Strategy LLC had been registered in Delaware 11 months earlier. Adrian's name was hidden behind an agent, but the tax identification number connected back to our joint return. More than $53,000 had passed through its account. None came from clients. Every dollar came from our marriage. Miriam hired an independent expert, Dr. Elise Warren, who confirmed the transfers were designed to conceal marital assets. We filed her report. Adrian stopped celebrating. First came a letter from a New York attorney accusing me of harassment. Then his mother called and warned me that their family had resources. 2 nights later, I returned home and found my office disturbed. Nothing was stolen, but the folders on my desk had been shifted. I changed every lock, installed cameras, moved the evidence to Tessa's house, and filed a police report. Adrian appeared on my porch that Saturday with his mother behind him. "We can still settle like adults," he said. His offer was generous only to him. He would keep the house at the false valuation, take half the investments, and let me keep my personal accounts. His mother leaned closer. "Stop digging where there is nothing to find." That sentence ended any doubt I had left. I looked at Adrian and said, "I'll see you in court." The hearing arrived in April. Adrian sat across the aisle in the gray suit I had bought him, his confidence rehearsed. Vanessa sat behind his mother. His attorney described him as reasonable and suggested my financial expertise had allowed me to manipulate the evidence. Then Dr. Warren testified. She explained every transfer, every hidden account, every false valuation. The judge listened without expression, writing. Finally, Miriam called Adrian. He claimed Northfield Strategy had been created for consulting work. "Name one client," Miriam said. He paused. "Produce one invoice." Another pause. "One contract?" Silence. In that silence, his plan collapsed. The judge ruled the transfers fraudulent. The $53,000 was returned to the marital estate. The house was reappraised at its true value. The portfolio was divided using current figures, not Adrian's old numbers. His legal fees were assessed against him, and Northfield Strategy was dissolved. Because he could not afford to buy me out, I kept the house. Adrian kept the Mercedes. I had never wanted it. After the ruling, he passed me in the courthouse hallway without looking up. The man who had promised to take everything left with less than half because he had tried to hide more than he owned. That spring, I painted the beige kitchen walls a deep terracotta. Tessa helped, and we laughed when paint splashed our sleeves. I joined Dr. Warren's firm months later and began handling cases for people whose spouses believed secrecy was strength. Adrian's new relationship ended before winter. His hidden finances damaged his career. I did not celebrate his ruin because ruin was never my goal. I wanted the truth entered into the record. A year after he placed those papers before me, I sat at the same kitchen table with my legal pad stored in a drawer nearby. The first page still held one number circled 3 times, 27,000. That number had looked like betrayal. It became the beginning of my freedom.